Hello everyone, Corn here and welcome to my channel. We're back in the craft room. I thought we'd do a craft with me. Still working on the baby journal and right now working on some journaling cards. One of them that I've already completed is this one. This is a felt sticker and that's from Martha Stewart. And then this beautiful washi. Let me see if I can get it to show how beautiful. It's a wooded area with some beautiful owls in the trees. And then I took my Martha Stewart scissors that have, I think it's like the 4 blades, and cut the grass. So to me, the raccoon is in the field before you get to the forest. And then I just drew some clouds on white cardstock and inked around them in Distress Oxide, the broken china. So there's one of them. And then one I thought maybe we could do together is do the little stenciling. And I've done lots of stenciling in the past, but it was with paint, acrylic paint on furniture, on wood. So it's like, this is very different for me. I did attempt this about 20 minutes ago and failed at it because I get a little aggressive when it comes to the ink on, because like I said, I'm used to working with paint, which you can just dab on there. It's very different. But I used for the very first time, these are Martha Stewart stenciling brushes, and this is in the cracked pistachio, the Distress Oxide. And I also attempted, since I did not like that, look at this, that's not good, hair of the brush left, bristle. I also attempted to do the broken china in Distress Oxide, but what had happened was I was getting so aggressive that the paper itself moved. So hopefully this is all down like it's supposed to be. Did I mention this is the stencil that I got on clearance a couple of years ago at Hobby Lobby. And since Sarah and her husband love forest critters, forest animals, and I do too, and so does her mom Midge, I thought I would do this stencil. And that gorgeous washi, and I'm also using several of these washis, was gifted to me by Craft Junkie here on YouTube. I call her CJ. And she likes it. She's not offended by it. She thinks it's cute. And so I thought what we would do first is just try to do it in the broken china to have like a bluer background. So I do apologize. I did notice when I was doing this that since I'm on an art table, I'm not on a desk, it shakes a lot, y'all, and I apologize for that. But it does make a big difference when you're working on a color too. I'm not working on white. The cardstock is a tan. See, I'm not real keen on that. I got the brushes, 3 of them at Ross for $1.99. I love to go by Ross and find some great deals in there. They have a small section, but they do have artist supplies. I don't know if those bristles of the brush are coming off because I'm being too aggressive or not. I'm not sure. I usually love Martha Stewart. Almost all of her crafting items. I am a fan. And as you know, with stenciling, you're just trying to stay within that stencil. You do not want to kind of go under the stencil. Now, some people only do when they're dealing with inks instead of paint. they will only go like back and forth or up and down. I'm not doing that. Like I said, I've been stenciling for years and years and years, and that's not my approach. Whoops. Stay. Don't move on me this time. I'm sorry for shaking y'all. Do this one more time. Let's see what we got. Let's peek, y'all. Did I show you? I'm not sure I did this the last time. The purple tape that I have to hold it down is purple tape by iCraft. You can get this on, it's 15 yards and it's a 1/2 inch. You can get it on Amazon. Ooh. Okay, I like that. Okay, I'm liking it. That's a good thing. Let me take these off and we'll clean it and then do it on the green one. But not with, in blue and not with the Martha Stewart stencil brush. So I'm just taking a baby white that I got at Dollar Tree. These are the Huggies that don't have any scent or, you know, anything like that. It's looking pretty though, isn't it? So how are you all doing? How are you all dealing with the pandemic and everything involved in dealing with that? Handsome and I, it's starting to get to us. We're like, oh boy. And we get to see Toby on, you know, on the computer, but not hug her or anything. And I went ahead and placed this on some washi so that it would stay for me. Okay. Why is it when we're cleaning up that we always say, oh, isn't the paper towel or whatever we're using, isn't that pretty? Now, we're sticking with the forest creatures in the forest look with the journaling cards. Not everything in the journal is about forest critters, creatures, animals, but a lot of it is. If I had to do this over again, it's going to be interesting because this is textured paper too. If I had to do over again, I would not put the washi on first. This is the one that has the mice, and this is the forest floor. And but I wouldn't do that first because now I'm going to have to cover that up. See, that stays put. Like I said, it moved on me last time. And I think we're going to go with maybe like so this time. No. Maybe like so. Like so. Yeah. Okay, I like it like that. You might hear Handsome. He's got a meeting across the hall. I've got my door shut. He said he's going to shut his, but I can still hear him. Let's listen in. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Okay, this washi has, you know, is a little bit slick, so I think I'll be able to wipe the ink off. If not, then I'll figure out something. And on this one, we are going to do in Distress Oxide the cracked pistachio. And, oh well, why not? Why not just stay with Martha Stewart? But this time, let's do the back and forth like so many people do. And see what happens. I think being on the green, it's going to give us maybe just a hint that we're in the forest, which that's cool too. Thing I remember stenciling. I've done a little bit of stenciling, but not with these brushes on paper. But last thing I remember stenciling on furniture was the door of a cabinet that stood alone, you know. And I have my fine arts supply in it. A lot of my had 3 shelves, and a lot of my like watercolor paper and pastel charcoal paper and everything in it. And it was an Art Nouveau design of an iris, or irises. I still have the cabinet because I was selling some of my crafts in a very small town. And also someone was in the same shop with they did furniture refinishing, and then the gentleman who owned the shop, and he was a gentleman, I loved him very much. Wasn't a romantic love, it was a friendship love, but I really loved this man. And he sold antiques and just vintage furniture and a little bit of everything, but everything older. And he also did furniture repair for some of the antique shops in the area. And he had this piece in there, and I just fell in love with it, but I didn't tell him right away. So then this young couple comes in the shop, and they're like, oh, look at this piece. It was pine. It wasn't anything fancy. It was just a cool piece. And very handmade, you know. The boards that made the door had a personality, let's put it that way. And I looked at him, and I mouthed to him, oh, I'm sorry, I really want this. So he started smiling, and he looked at the couple, and he said, I'm so sorry, guys, but that's sold. And I wasn't trying to take a piece from a young married couple. We weren't rolling in the dough, I can tell you that, at the time. and I paid $10 for it, y'all. And I've used it, and remember, I have moved 13 times, and that comes with me. So it's not like I, you know, didn't use it, or I'm still using it, and it's still got my art supplies in it, so love that piece. But it no longer has the stenciling on it. Now that is, just like I said, that green on green, let me see if y'all can see, it is just like a hint. Look at that. It is just like a little hint of color on there. I like it. Ooh, it's like, I don't know, I love it. I love how that turned out. I'm very happy with that one. Oh my goodness. I thought it would be different, but look, I don't know if it's showing up with this light or not. And I do have to take it off, that ink off of my, yeah, it comes off fine. Off of the washi. Yeah, comes off perfectly. Oh, I like it. Look at that. It's just like a little hint of the trees. I think some of y'all probably would have put the blue on this one, the broken china on this one, but I wanted, you know, especially with the washi being the green background, green. Yeah, I'm liking that. And of course we need to let them dry for a little bit. But yeah, with the oxide, I don't know about y'all, does the oxide, for you guys, does it dry right away? Because I've had it where I thought, okay, I just did it so it's dry, and then I go, you know, like our Distress inks, and then I go and handle it, and then if I touch something else, I'm like, uh-oh, what did I just do? Oh my goodness. Well, while I've got you here, I was thinking, I thought I posted a video that said for one mighty R, and I thought, well, a lot of my subscribers that have been with me a long time are probably wondering who I call him Mighty. Who Mighty is. Number one, he is a gentleman. Number two, he is extremely artistic, very gifted. I got to meet him on a live that Judy, who is my scrapbook loft here on YouTube, she had a live, and he came on, and he was just so polite and so kind. And he is a tattoo artist, which is something our Toby has a huge interest in. And she has designed a couple of her tattoos. And he also, what I watch him do on his lives, is he also does comic book art. And he creates his own characters, and they're so cool. They really are. And Judy loves to watch him because she said, and I quote, she said, we can learn a lot from Mighty because of his, when he does his drawings and then he inks them, you know, goes around in the, I forget what he uses, his markers, but they're fine art markers. And then when he colors them, she said, we can all learn from stamping and everything, coloring ours, because when he colors them and the way he works with Copic, and I think it's Ohuhu, let me see, it's like Ohuhu, those markers, and he said you can actually combine those two, and they're gorgeous. I mean, and because he's dealing with muscles, and well, he also does backgrounds too. So, but when he's dealing with the human form, be it female or male, or even creatures that he has created, his own creatures, the way he shades them, and it's just fantastic. And with our stamping, you know, we could learn a lot from him. So he goes live on a lot of Monday afternoons. And last week he did Wednesday afternoon and Friday afternoon too. And everybody on there's so nice. They're nice, fine art people, artists. They're really nice, and I just highly recommend them. And I will put that info in the description box below. And so here's what we did. And of course, this is going to stand out a little more because we're doing green on green with this one. But like I said, it is so subtle. I guess I hope that this light is showing y'all what it's looking like. But I like how that turned out. You know, I'm happy with that. So let me put my stencil away. I wanted to clean my stencil right away. I don't know if we have to, but I've been in a habit of doing that for years and years. So with these Martha Stewart felt stickers, which I think are adorable, I thought, how cute is this one? Although you could hardly see the background, could you? We have, I want the deer on one, and we're either going to do the rabbit or we're going to do the skunk. And I already have the skunk in the journal. Handsome and I love skunks, by the way. We love the way they walk. We think they're absolutely precious to look at. And baby skunks, oh my word. Don't you just want to go pick one up? But Mama would, Mama wouldn't like that. I was going to put the skunk on this one. But the bunny looks kind of cool too, huh? And then the deer on this one. If this was live, I'd say, what do y'all think? Then y'all let me know. But I do love this color with green. I always have. And I'm wondering if Sarah and her husband will see that background because it's not darker then. I do like it though. I hope she does. I might just put a little note on this one and say, that one's stenciled. You gotta put it up to the light a certain way. Oh look. That looks nice. Let's clean me off. You know how we are. The stencil's much more important than us, right? Cleaning that up. Okay. Now, let's see here. Do I want to do anything else with this baby? Or just put the baby right on there and that's that? So cute. And I don't know if you all do like me. This does have adhesive. I mean, it is a sticker, but I don't trust it. So what I do, this is the Barely Art Craft Glue. What I've been calling it these days is the bear glue. I just come along and since it already has adhesive, but I want these legs to stay put and I want that tail to stay put, I usually just put little dots on it, you know, just to make sure it stays put. Or in other words, I don't always trust it. Those being felt, I love these. I think they are precious, and there's just a little bit of dimension on the head there. So here this comes out, and Handsome just evidently, you can say hi if you want. Yeah, we're filming. You can say hello to everybody.
Oh, hello.
And there he goes. So I guess his meeting is over. So again, if you can see, if I hold it to the light a certain way, you can see the forest in the background. And like I said, here's our mice. And then we have a log here. This is the forest floor. So we've got this one. We've already got this one. So let's do this one. Now, the other one that I thought of for this other washi that she had were these mushrooms. Look at these mushrooms, y'all. again, the forest floor. And what I could do is go ahead and put this on another piece of paper and then just fussy cut around it. You know, I don't think you all want to watch me do that. I love the little speckles of gold, though. I hope you can see that. But that would, I think, look better than just straight across. But let me see something. If I do like so, are we going to do our little gray bunny rabbit? Or are we going to do the skunk? Let's do the skunk. If Handsome came back in here, he'd say, skunk. Do that. He loves a skunk. So let's go ahead and do, if y'all have time. Is that not wide enough? No. Let's see. Let me get a scrap piece here. That's the same paper. And what we'll do, I think a lot of y'all know, I don't trust my washi to stay put, and so I go ahead and I, where is it? Put some glue stick on the back of it. I don't need that much though. I think I took off that much because of it, me wanting to make sure that I got that snail. There's a snail on the forest floor. How cute is that? And I wanted to make sure I got that snail on my journaling card. So I think what I'm going to do, I don't know if you all can see, because what I'm going to do is just put it down here. You know? And then cut around it so that it's not, I mean, my other two are straight across, and that's fine, especially where my deer looks almost like it's standing there. So, but I think with this one, we will go ahead and cut this out. Let me see. Where is my snail? Okay. So my snail has to be in there. I mean, we have no choice, y'all. Snails are important. Well, I like snails. I don't want them in the garden, but I like them. I don't eat them either. I did have someone I was close to that ate escargot and said it was delicious because it had a lot of garlic butter on it and said it just tasted like a little piece of meat. I was like, that sounds yummy. Yay. So what I'm going to do, I don't know if you can see this or not, but I have to be able to see. So what I'm going to do is just, I'm going to lose some of my gold, but I'm going to come in here and just give it a different, you know, a little different look, because that's straight across for this one. I don't mind it on the others, but I don't want straight across on this one. There's our snail. Schnecke is how you say it, auf Deutsch in German, Schnecke. And our neighbor said that we love the hedgehog because they eat the Schnecke in my garden. And we were like, isn't nature fascinating? See, I think that might be a little better look on that one. So what we'll do is just go ahead. Ooh, I have to look at the time. I have to make lunch soon, y'all. Eek! It always takes me forever and a day to craft. It does. It really does, because I was going to try to do some more stuff with y'all, but, you know, to finish them. But, because I was going to say, also with the leaves, you can cut out your own leaves, as we've done so many times on this channel when we don't have a punch or anything, or if you have a punch like this, you can cut these leaves off of this stem and place them here and there on the trees if you'd like. Oh well. You know, my snail is almost in the center. I don't know if I want him in. There we go. I think that's better. Okay, so we'll go like so. So since I have this on paper, we're going to go ahead and put the art glitter glue on the back of it. And guys, I do have to get this close to me because I have very poor eyesight. And this is just a little tiny piece. Okay. So I want my snail right about there. Then I try to clean that off as quickly as I can. Because remember, my mats end up getting kind of full of glue. And then since I did the corners, I've got to go ahead and trim that. Alrighty. Isn't it something when you're home and you're working from home and you usually do lunch whenever you're finished with something, or it's a good breaking point. But when somebody's home with you and you're making lunch and you promised them a certain lunch, you're going, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. So here we even have some little spots where the skunk can go down nicely. See? There's a little there and there. I didn't plan that out that way, but it worked that way. That's nice. And I've got gluey fingers. Pretty. If you're like me and you watch a crafter on a craft with me, or they just say, come join me, and they say I have ink on my fingers, I've got glue, I've got paint, I've got what have you, I love it. Instead of disliking it, I don't know why I said it was pretty, because I love it. I'm like, good. It shows you're creating something. You're putting something there that wasn't there before. So let's put his little feetsies right there, and we're going to have him off of the page a little, and I will put something on there so that it will not stick to other things. You know how you do? Make it so it's not sticky anymore, but I like it that his tail is coming off there, and real quick so that Handsome can get his lunch. That's why I guess he opened the door and looked at me, I reckon. Because he knows I'm filming. I told him I was. So let's go ahead and I'll show you just a little bit of no, that's too light. Green. Where's a green scrap? There we go. If you have your a punch like this or die like this, or even they're too large, but some of the leaf trim we have. If you have a larger stencil, just cut them off and use those leaves. But you know, if you want some leaves on the branches, just cut these off. Just make sure you kind of follow the leaf direction. I would not use the larger one personally. I'd want to make them all a little more uniform, not completely uniform, because not all leaves are like that, but that large one might be a little too large. And you know, something like so, you know, and then do more and have maybe even a few down here that have fallen on the forest floor. And I would do the same with this one. But if you're new to my channel, the other thing that I do, even though I have a punch, something else that I do is I will take if I want to do it in this shade of green, and do like an eye shape or an almond shape, and just make my own leaves. I still do this. Not that old habits are hard to break, but sometimes you need a teeny, teeny, tiny leaf, and I don't have anything that's that tiny. Or you can make them bigger, all different sizes, because your leaves are all leaves. Your leaves are all different sizes, and you know, just do like so, and that way you don't need anything but a pair of scissors and paper. So, you know what I mean? And this would bring out, hopefully, that yes, there are trees behind there as well, but do something like that, you know. And excuse this mess, but when I'm working on something, that's how it ends up being. It looks like that for a while. So here we go, y'all, and I gotta go make lunch. Thank y'all so much for joining me today, and the Martha Stewart brushes worked pretty good, I think. I'm happy, and I'd like to thank you for joining me, and I hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening. Bye-bye, everybody. Take good care of your sweet selves.